Barely 10 years ago, the people of northeast Nigeria, Gombe State and in particular the Kashere community, woke up to the cheering news of the allocation of Federal University by the President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's administration. In 2012, the university commenced academic activities from its take-off site, which was a secondary school donated by the Gombe State government with physical and structural challenges. Located some 60 kilometers away from the state capital, Kashere, which used to be a small agricultural community, began shedding its former rural appearance and rapidly becoming a university town to the admiration of all. Naturally, time changes and events unfold by day. Going memory lane, on 15th day of February 2016, a new dawn opened in the evolutionary history of the Federal University of Kashere. This was the appointment of a new Vice-Chancellor, Professor Alhassan Ghani, the university's second Vice-Chancellor. On assumption of office in February, Professor Alhassan Ghani arrived filled with vigor, resolve and determination to take the baton and open up a new lease of life in the university. He started hitting the ground by reinforcing work ethics and attitudinal change in the university. Professor Ghani made most of the infrastructures at construction stages. He inherited 24 uncompleted projects spread across the university. In earnest, he embarked on consultations at various levels to see to the completion of the projects while initiating new ones. With the resolve to move the university to the next level, Professor Ghani prioritized the completion of these projects, like the construction and tiling of more roads networks across the university, building and furnishing of schools, installation of solar-powered streetlight to lighten the environment, landscapings, beautification of campus, additional construction of wall perimeters fence, construction of gates, improved and consistent power generation and supply through standby generators. Government at whatever level is a continuum. Professor Ghani completed 21 of these projects and they are roundabout linking the roads in the university, university main gate, a block of male hostels, a female hostel complex, 250-seat capacity lecture theatre, academic staff offices, 500-seat capacity lecture theatre, entrepreneurship development and service learning center, information and communication technology center, library complex and various blocks of classrooms. "20 new projects were initiated under Professor Ghani, and out of this number, many have been completed and put to use, amongst which are Faculty of Education Phase 1, campus road networks and phases, drainage and landscapings, a block of 10 lecture rooms, feed mill, sabbatical quarters, 20 units of 3 bedrooms, School of Preliminary and General Studies, Faculty of Education, Academic Staff Union Offices, Multipurpose Indoor Sports Hall, provision of sporting accessories and enhancing the status of the university's health center. Others are construction of water supply schemes, NIDA intervention program, ICT hub and offices, fire service station, establishment of Union Bank branch, and the university greenhouse. Also, to the credit of Professor Ghani are the construction and equipment of administrative block, twin lecture theatre, physics, biology and chemistry laboratories, provision of working tools and equipment in the Entrepreneurship and Service Learning Center, Faculty of Management and Social Sciences Complex, and 10 classroom lecture hall. To keep the system moving, and as exposited earlier, government is a continuum. Certainly, some projects initiated during the reign of Professor Alhassan Ghani will be completed by the next administration. Notable among these projects are the 350 capacity auditorium, 500-seater lecture theatre, Faculty of Agriculture Deanery, Chancellery Building, 200 capacity female hostel, professorial offices, School of Postgraduate Studies, Faculty of Science, 500 capacity lecture hall, setting the machinery in motion to explore internally generated revenue platforms, and a host of others. The university commenced academics in 2012 with only 2 faculties, namely the Faculty of Science and the Faculty of Humanities, Management and Social Sciences. Since then, the university has been making commendable progress in all spheres. Today, the Federal University of Kayseri has 22 departments, 42 accredited degree programs, out of which 32 have been fully accredited in 5 faculties and 2 schools, namely Faculty of Agriculture, Faculty of Education, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Faculty of Management Sciences, and Faculty of Science, with 2 schools, School of Postgraduate Studies and School of Preliminary and General Studies. It has 42 undergraduate programs and 7 remedial courses. The Federal University of Kayseri has a total number of 8,395 students, with the male numbering 5,692 and the female numbering 2,302. The university has graduated 2,354 students, out of which 60 students that graduated from the 5 sites passed out with a first-class degree. It has created a niche for itself by attracting high-quality manpower. The university has 20 professors, about 200 PhDs, and 1,755 non-academic staff. Out of this number, 759 are senior non-academic staffs. In the period under review, the National Universities Commission granted approval for 46 postgraduate programs comprising postgraduate diplomas, master's degrees, and doctoral philosophies. Today, Professor Alhassan Ghani can boast of getting curriculum updated in the university, secured accreditation for all degree programs, instituted new academic programs, recently introduced 8 new degree programs, namely Business Administration, Marketing, Mass Communication, Entrepreneurship, Procurement, International Relations, Library and Information Science, and already Resource Verification for 7 of the 8 new programs have been concluded. One other critical area of concern to Professor Ghani is meeting the health needs of the populace. That is why the establishment of the Faculty of Medicine was the priority.
We have achieved a lot for academic program by getting our curriculum updated, and we have secured accreditation for all our degree programs. All our degree programs have been given full accreditation to date, and we have instituted new programs. We had 8 programs that were approved for commencement, and we commenced them this year.
No doubt, the philosophical objective of the Federal University of Kayseri, which is producing human resources for global citizenship and leadership, has placed it properly in the scheme of things in terms of academics, teaching, and learning research. The university has excelled in the area of agricultural revolution, going in tandem with Nigeria's diversification of the economy to enable to reduce over-dependence on oil and focus on agriculture. The Faculty of Agriculture at the university under Professor Umar Abubakar Gurama, who is the dean, has made a breakthrough in the production of potato, popularly called Irish potatoes and green pepper, as part of the university's tripartite mandate of teaching, research, and community service. The planting of Irish potatoes, which was seen as alien, was later found out to be adaptable to Kayseri after due research work. This feat was received with appreciation in the research world. to meet global standards and ensure the graduation of quality students in learning, character, and practical knowledge, agricultural students in the Kashiri University are exposed to practical learning in demonstration farms situated in the school. As an extension to the demonstration farms, the university has a small ruminant unit that nurtures poultry, cows, sheep, and a host of others.
We've been involved in so many researches in agriculture, research in the common crops that are here within us, like beans, the grains, and so on. So the outcome of such research activities usually shared with the community. During our last convocation, there are a lot of exhibition of our research output in agriculture. In plant protection, there is this army worm that used to, kill, the plants when they are coming up. So our staff here actually research on it and then provide solutions on how to solve those problems. We have the animal production side, where they have been doing artificial insemination to improve the breed of the birds, of animals like goats, sheep, and even cow.
It has been the goal of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Alhassan Ghani, to support government's effort to empower the youth and change students' perception towards developing entrepreneurial potentials through innovative and creative abilities for self-employment. The Entrepreneurship and Service Learning Center under Dr. Yusuf Musa Hamawa has made a mark in food and beverages, cosmology, tailoring, leatherworks, bead making, textiles, carpentry, steel and metal works, masonry, barbing and hairdressing, furniture, and block making. In his 5 years of administering the University of Kashiri, Professor Ghani has excelled in creating an enabling and friendly teaching and learning environment. Under Ghani's tenure, the university enjoyed high level of religious harmony amongst the adherents of Nigeria's two major faiths, Islam and Christianity. What will Professor Ghani wish to be remembered for?
My legacy project is excellence in education. Tried as much as possible to see that teachers, lecturers deliver their lectures in good time, and again, students actually acquire the knowledge and skills they deserve in order to perform. So, and they have been doing that. So, I'm very happy that we have graduated our students at record time.
Library is one of the most important organs of an educational university like the University of Kashiri, being a repository of knowledge. The library was one other area that Professor Ghani's administration accorded special preference in order to meet the global library's standard. It has been the belief of the Vice Chancellor that the library will help to train high-level technical manpower for technological development of Nigeria and conduct research that will translate into products and services. An ultra-modern language laboratory consisting of 54 computers, an interactive board, a projector, and other accessories is one other achievement that will remain indelible in the administration of Professor Alhassan Ghani. The facility was established to assist in enhancing teaching and research in the university, as well as an avenue to meet its corporate social responsibility objectives. An institution like the University of Kashiri needs the support of various stakeholders. According to the Vice Chancellor, the university has signed a number of memoranda with various organizations within and outside the country for research, training, and service to humanity, like Nigerian Space Remote Sensing Center, Nigerian Meteorological Agency, Teachers Registration Council, Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, the University of Surrey in the United Kingdom, University of Canterbury and Lincoln in New Zealand, and various universities in Malaysia.
The university must link, collaborate, and partner with other organizations so that it will realize its potentials and its dreams, its aims and objectives. For that, we have very strong relationship with our communities, the Kashere community, the NGOs and Kashere communities. We have worked together to solve some of the problems of the communities with them. Other sister universities, we relate very well with them. We exchange ideas, we exchange even some facilities sometimes. So we have gone into a memorandum of understanding with a number of organizations in the country. And for foreign countries, we have a number of universities outside Nigeria that we have a workable memorandum of understanding.
The relationships between the university management, staff, students and indeed the university community was further solidified by the person of the Vice Chancellor, as testified by different speakers at different forums and events. His Excellency Alhaji Mohammed Inouye Haya, the Executive Governor of Gombe State, said during the combined 3rd, 4th and 5th convocation, and I quote, "I am aware of the tremendous progress made by the university in students' enrollment and staff development. Similarly, your research prowess is highly commendable as attested by the exhibitions during these events. The pursuit of collaborations, partnerships and linkages with organizations within and outside the country is also commendable. I therefore congratulate the Vice Chancellor, Professor Alhassan Mohammed Ghani and his team for a job well done." The Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council, Federal University of Kashere, Barrister Yakub A.H. Ruba, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, was full of praises to the Vice Chancellor.
I've been here as the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Governing Council of Federal University Kashere a few months back. And then actually, when I came in for the first day, the first thing I did after the council meeting is to go around the facilities of the university and to look at related issues, to see the most likely, to look at the problems, to look at the entire university environment, and to see what we can do within the period we'll be chairing the council. And that, as I said, I went around, I have seen the development, and I believe Federal University Kashere is one of the fast progressing university within the country. And from what I have seen, if we have a committed leadership of a Vice Chancellor capability like what we have as of now, Professor Alhassan Ghani, I think the university will move to a greater height.
I'm Mrs. Comfort Ngarabu, a member of the Governing Council member in Kashere. Yeah, we were inaugurated in July, and we had our first inaugural meeting here in August. Then after the meeting, the VC and the other members and the lecturers take us around the universities. Honestly, the VC did a very wonderful job in this university that is very commendable. So, had it been that it is our making, we would have allowed them to give him another 5 years to continue from where he stopped. Because going around the school, you have to see a lot of buildings, a lot of things, that structures he put together to make sure that the school is moving forward. I commend him on that.
Now, do you have any message to the staff generally?
Yeah, my message is, in fact, the new VC that is coming to emulate from the ongoing, the outgoing VC, then urge the lecturers to be hardworking, because the former the VC that is going out is very hardworking man. So let all of them emulate him and make sure that they keep the flag going after he left.
Federal University of Kashere under Professor Alhassan Mohammed Ghani has made a mark in effective and judicious utilization of resources for the development of the university. He has also stamped his authority in the area of peace and tranquility amongst students, staffs, and the university community.
My feeling about this university is the feeling of a father to a child. I came to this university some 6-7 years back as a member of council. And when I make a throwback at the first outing to see the university, it is highly commendable that we have taken this strong and formidable stride from that time to now. To some large extent, it was more or less a glorified secondary school that it was before the university came in. And since then, very rapid progress in terms of infrastructure, lecture halls, road networks, water system has taken place. And this is what a university is supposed to be. Gradually, we are assuming the personality of a university. And what is the personality of a university? You can feel the aura of academic life. Students are around 24 hours. There are light streets. The hostels have light, something that wasn't there when we came 6 years ago. And so it has been very impressive. And I think this couldn't have been achieved were it not for the positive leadership that this university has had with Professor Ghani.
The Vice Chancellor is somebody that is hardworking. I learned from him. He's a mentor. He's a father, a director, and then an administrator too. Because he contributed towards the emancipation of this particular center. You know, when I came on board, he was the one that at least shouldered me up and then be able to contributed toward the development of this particular center. So I should have to credit goes to him, and then we are at least wishing him the best and the best. Actually, Nigeria is yet to see from the better side of him. At least this is somebody that the federal government need to work with, because he is inspirational in the sense that he can direct and be able to contribute a lot to the economy and to the present administration too.
One of the key and functional officers in the university system is the registrar. He ensures the implementation of policies, keeping records, coordinating activities, and also ensures administrative structures are fully functioning. Alhaji Kabiru Garba Aminu is a major stakeholder in a combined effort to ensure that effective teaching and learning is continuously taking place in the Federal University of Kashari. Alhaji Kabiru Garba Aminu has worked closely with the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ghani, whom he described as upright, firm, thorough, and factual.
Well, the Vice Chancellor is an upright person, very firm. A number of times I had cause to argue with him. You argue with him, you never win, because he has his facts. When he argues with you, he will convince you. So I can describe him as an upright person and very thorough. There's nothing that you bring to his own table. He will definitely dictate one or two mistakes, and we learn from there. So I can describe him as a very thorough person and upright and firm.
Commending the Federal University under Professor Alhassan Mohammed Ghani, His Excellency Muhammad Buhari, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, said at the combined 3rd, 4th, and 5th convocation, and I quote, "The university's initiative to establish a College of Medicine and Health Sciences to boost the nation's capacity for healthcare delivery is commendable. The success story of the Vice Chancellor cannot be written without the supportive role of the Kashuri critical stakeholders, like the host community and by extension, the Gombe State government. They have not only been supportive, but true allies of the Federal University of Kashuri.
I have enjoyed tremendous support from the Kashiri community, from Gombe community. I want to say that the distinguished Senator Danjuma Mohammed Goje and been very supportive to this university. He has used a lot of his constituency project to see that this university is developed. I also want to thank the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy for giving us an ICT hub that is to improve our computer studies and also to improve the entrepreneurial studies. Gombe State Government, under the able leadership of His Excellency Muhammad Inoyaya, has promised to increase the land for this university. The survey has been done. We are just waiting for the compensation and the handover of the land to us. I want to thank all of us and everybody who has contributed in one way or the other for the growth and development of Federal University of Kashiri.
Professor Alhassan Mohammed Ghani, as the second celebrated Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Kashiri, will indeed leave an indelible mark in the sands of history. Managing a higher institution of learning like the Kashiri Federal University is a Herculean task. Having successfully weathered the storm for 5 years, what will be Professor Ghani's advice to his successor?
My advice is to collaborate, is to reach out, and is to instill discipline in the minds of staff and students. You cannot work alone. You have to work with people. So all the qualities and all the styles of leadership must be put in place at the appropriate time.
Professor Alhassan Mohammed is a recipient of honors and awards from both local, national, and international organizations. They include Fellow Linear Society of London, Fellow African Institute of Science, Fellow Board of Quality Standard, Fellow Entomological Society of Nigeria, Fellow the Botanical Society of Nigeria, to mention but a few. To God be the glory. Indeed, 5 years administering affairs in the Federal University of Kashiri has been a rare opportunity. What will you wish to be remembered for by the time you leave?
I want to be remembered for one particular thing, for hard work, commitment, dedication, and for a person that has created the enabling environment for both staff and students to realize their potentials.
Finally, as we have seen in this documentary, the future of the university looked very bright. Professor Alhassan Mohammed Ghani, the Vice Chancellor, feels fulfilled. Kudos to the Chancellor, His Royal Highness Agabaidu Dr. Elias Ikoyu Obepa, the Chudoma IV. Kudos to the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council, Barrister Yakubu Ruba, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Kudos to the Minister of Education, Malam Adamu Adam. Kudos to the government and people of Gombe State. Kudos to the management, staff, and students of the Federal University of Kashiri. Long live the Federal University of Kashiri.